Hi there, and welcome to this short practical skills session on how to use a scam checker to see whether an email, a text, a WhatsApp message, or anything else like that is safe. We are going to use a really cool free tool called Ask Silver. As you can see, Ask Silver is a free AI-powered scam checking tool that lives in WhatsApp. And I'm going to stick the link for this just down below. So if you want to, on the back of this video, sign up for Ask Silver, just follow that link there in the sort of like the description part of this video. And all you'd need to do is you click sign up now, you put your details in, and you're going to get something come through on your phone. You need to make sure that you've got WhatsApp because it's contacted through WhatsApp. That's enough about Ask Silver for the time being. We're going to have a look at some scam emails, and then we're going to see how Ask Silver is able to tell us that they are not safe. So I am in my junk email box. Here we are. I've got an email which has come in. It says, "Greetings, I am an investment broker with high-profile investment company based in United Kingdom. We provide hard loan funding, all in capitals, for any viable project/business seeking financing. Loan interest rate 2% annually, moratorium/grace period 12 months grace period /1 years, loan funding maximum duration 10 years. Let us know if you have a viable startup or already existing business/project that requires funding or expansion. Kindly reply and forward your project/business plan for our new management review. Thank you. Best regards, Donald Niksovich, investment broker, Addicts Port Office, United Kingdom." Now, hopefully, if you're particularly if you've looked at any of our other resources before, you're able to look at this and just say that looks like a scam. Even if you can't quite put your finger on what exactly it is, that's fine. One of the really important things is that we can just look at something or read through something and say that just doesn't seem right. This definitely is a scam. I took out a loan a couple of years ago because I needed to get my boiler redone and get some work done, and I wish I had access to 2% interest. Flippin' heck, that's perfect. What we're going to do is we are going to copy and paste this email into Ask Silver. Now, we're going to use a special kind of copying and pasting, so we're going to do something called a screenshot. I'm on a PC, and I'll talk you through how to do it on a Windows computer. I'll also talk you through how to do it on an Android phone. For Apple, so if you've got an Apple computer, if you've got an iPhone, if you've got an iPad, I'm going to put some links below because I don't use Apple. So I'm going to stick some links below so that you can find out how to do that yourself. But for a Windows PC, what we need to do is we need to press 3 keys on the keyboard at the same time. And these keys are Shift. If you have a look towards the bottom left of your keyboard, on the left-hand side, you're probably going to see a biggish button with an upwards arrow. That's Shift. So you want to press that. You want to press the Windows key, and now that is usually on the bottom row, 2, 3 keys in from the left. So it should be really near that Shift. It's not in exactly the same place on every single keyboard, but it's usually bottom row, and it's not normally the corner, but sometimes it is. It looks like 4 boxes that are on top of it, that are sort of arranged in a square. So Shift, the Windows key, and the S key. So 1, 2, 3. If you do that, you're going to open up the snipping tool, which is just about to appear on my screen. There we are. As you can see, my screen's gone a little bit weird. My cursor is now across. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to literally use this to highlight the area of the screen which I'm interested in. So I'm going to click and hold, drag over the bit which I'm after. There we are. That's taken a screenshot of this. This is, as the pop-up says, in my clipboard now, so it's ready for me just to paste. But it's actually also going to be saved to a folder on your device called Pictures Screenshots. So you'll have a proper copy of it going forwards as well. So I've got my email. If I was on an Android phone, what I'd want to do, there are a couple of ways you can do it. You can press the volume down and the lock screen key at the same time, and that's just going to take a screen grab of everything that's on your screen. Alternatively, what you can do is you can use 3 fingers. You put 3 fingers on the screen, you drag down, and then you're able to use more like what I did. You just highlight the part of the screen that you're interested in. Any way that you do it is absolutely fine. And like I said, there's going to be the details below for anyone who uses Apple. So I've had a couple of goes at making this video, and I've stumbled over my words already. So we've already got some stuff in here about some other emails. I'm going to put this one in. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to press Control and V to paste this in here. If you're on your phone, you just go to Attach, and then you just find your most recent screenshot. So we've got our email in here. When I press Send, it's being sent to Ask Silver. The AI-powered detection bot is going to read through this, and it's going to decide whether or not it thinks it's a scam. And if it does think it's a scam, it's going to give us 3 key reasons why. So there we are. It takes a minute normally. It's 11:51 just now. Let's see how long it takes. So give me a moment. I'm taking a look at that for you. And with a bit of luck, we'll get something in a second saying, we think this is a scam. What I would normally do is I'd normally stop the video here and then restart when we've got the stuff through. But as you can see, it's literally taken a minute, less than a minute. Now it says, this looks suspicious. We've got a generic greeting used. The email uses a generic greeting instead of your name. Legitimate companies usually address you directly. Unrealistic interest rate. The offer of a 2% annual loan interest rate with a 12-month grace period is very favourable and not realistic. This is a really common sign of a scam. And no verifiable contact. The email does not include any real-world contact details like a phone number or an official website. Legitimate businesses always provide this. So there we are. We've got 3 really good reasons why we should be very, very suspicious about this. It says it's suspicious. We shouldn't reply to this. We shouldn't try and get a loan through this. It is a scam. Really important caveat here. Remember, Ask Silver is a free tool to be used alongside your own research and best judgment. Ask Silver is not claiming to be perfect. It is just AI that's checking things and coming up with its own opinion. But it is not a guarantee. So that's a really important thing to remember. When you sign up for Ask Silver, you're basically asked to agree to that. That being said, I've been using Ask Silver a lot. I've done lots of tests with it, and I've done lots of talks where I demonstrate Ask Silver. It's never incorrectly identified something as safe when it's unsafe, and it's never incorrectly identified something as unsafe when it was safe. So actually, I've done this a load of times. It has always, for me, given the right answer. Sometimes the justifications have been a little bit weird, and they've not really made sense. So it's not perfect, but it's a really, really good place to start. So I would personally really highly recommend Ask Silver as a way of checking through emails, WhatsApps, text messages. You can actually use your camera and take photos of anything which has come through your door. So if you've got a letter, and actually there are cyber criminals who are going sort of old school, and they're putting letters through people's doors now with scams on the letters. You can take a photo of that, and you can send that to Ask Silver. So if you have photos of a reasonable quality, as in, if I could read it from your photo, Ask Silver can read it. So you can do that. If you are watching this resource and you're a disability practitioner, so you work with disabled people, you're a carer, either paid or unpaid, you're just a concerned person who has friends, relatives, neighbours who maybe would benefit from having a little bit of extra help, Ask Silver is a really, really useful tool. They can have it on their device, and anytime they get a text, email, WhatsApp, anything like that, screenshot, send it to Ask Silver, and Ask Silver can give them that opinion. You can also have it. So particularly if you're here as like a disability practitioner or a carer, you might well be the only person that the people that you support have to ask. It's unlikely, in my experience, that people go into things like adult social care, paid care work for their love of cybersecurity. But this is just part of your job. And obviously, if you're an unpaid carer and you're supporting people that you live with or something like that, again, you might be the only person that the people that you're supporting have to ask about this sort of stuff. This may or may not be something which you're really familiar with, but if you're not, and someone's asking you for help and you're thinking, I don't know, download Ask Silver, get it on your phone, and then you can use it as a really useful resource and tool to help other people stay safe as well. So there we have it. Ask Silver, really, really useful, a fantastic little tool, and a really good way of helping you stay safe online. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like I said, there's some resources below. Do check them out. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you in the next video. Till then, take care.